All right, time to do an obscure WWE, WWF, he was WWF figure. This is Rick Martel, but I'm going to turn him into some guy named the Candyman. This is a guy that I was just made aware of. I have watched wrestling forever, but I don't know who the Candyman was. He did have a few matches, mostly with Tony Atlas, and I saw a couple others in WWF. So I'm going to make this into the Candyman. I saw some online that used Greg Valentine, and I didn't really care for it because I think Valentine's got a big fat face. But this Martel is fairly cheap, so and it's got some marks on it that I don't mind just repainting over. So here we go. Here is the Candyman. Okay, here is the Candyman. I pretty much just coated him entirely in this DOS clay. I cut that little swath down the middle because he has a jacket, so I'm going to add his lapel and a few other things to it, and we'll go tomorrow, work on it when it dries up. Here's what I've done on the Candyman so far, trying to get this guy all finished up. Got a lot of white on him, did a little bit of milliput, and mostly it's just cleaning up his face and doing the brown, which I did with some dark, with some black, jet black, and then I used some melted chocolate, and I kind of blended those in. I think I put a little bit of territorial beige in as well. So there, got his face done. I think I'm just going to work my way down as I do this because he's going to have a few particulars I'll need to take care of. Here is the Candyman. I did a few things to him since we last checked in. I was able to put his little legs, I don't know, fringe on, and then his arm fringe on as well. Those are just pieces of cloth that I got from my mother-in-law. Cut them with an X-Acto knife, and then put them on with Mod Podge. I'm going to see how well that holds. If it doesn't hold, then I'll probably put a strip of hot glue on. Not a whole lot left, other than I'm working on this cane. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I just took some of the epoxy, put it together, and I'll probably paint it, and then I'll just stick it in his hand, and then we're going to call it a day on the Candyman. I've spent enough time on the jobber. So there you go, there's the Candyman. Alright, here's the one I've been working on forever. Here is the Candyman. Took me a long time to get this one all finished up. If you're not familiar with them, you have to look at them on the internet, I suppose. This one was a lot of painting. I mean, it's only two colors, to be honest, other than his hair, which I talked about earlier. But worked on this cane, which took me a while because I had it once, then I had to repaint it because I didn't like how it looked. That is actually I used epoxy sculpt to do that. And because Amazon screwed up my order, they gave it to me for free, so that was kind of nice. I used a different type of epoxy on his torso to kind of give him a coat, make him a little heavier in the chest. I don't really care for that epoxy, so I'll just stick with the ones that I know. And then these were kind of fun, putting them on there. Let's see, the wings, the leg stuff for my mother-in-law there, and then just painting and painting and painting. So there's the Candyman. This one took a long time to do, but it's a nice little custom from head to toe.